Hi, I'm David Parker and I'm at the Pittsworth Women's Shed and I'm with Ursula. Thank you for joining us, Ursula.
Quite welcome, David.
Can you tell me a little bit about what the Pittsworth Women's Shed does?
Well, we started off in a little shed down at Cook's factory, just with a couple of people. Word got around that we were to do voluntary work for the community, making all these handicraft, like the blankets and the quilts and the lap quilts for the children, and helping out the aged care. We have delivered out to aged care people with all the crocheted shawls and that's how that all come. Pittsworth is an older generation town. There is a lot of older people who are on their own. We would like them to come to us, sit down. There's always tea, coffee, biscuits. Sit down and have a chat. You do not have to sew, you do not have to knit. We'll be always welcomed with a smile and a happy face.
You have, through the Pittsworth Women's Shed, connecting people.
That's right.
Because the biggest killer, especially with blokes, is loneliness.
That's right.
Working on your website and all the different conversations and smiles and laughter.
Oh yes, this is a happy place.
It certainly
It's
is.
got to be a happy place. Nobody comes in and there, but you want to talk to somebody. There is always somebody here to talk to. And we have quite a few, in my situation, my husband suffers from cancer, there's quite a few of them there, but then sometimes you can't talk about that at home. You come in here and always got their back.
It's a really good supportive environment.
It's a very supportive environment. Obstacles that I really, want to sort of help people out if they need it. They can always come in, We just try to help the community.
I've seen some of the quilts that have been made.
Yes.
And each one is individual.
Yes.
And some of them are just so lovingly created.
Yeah. That's what we do. If we make children's quilts, we like them to be happy, put them on their beds or sit down on the floor with them on, and there are things that they can do, because most of all of our material that we do use is all donated to us.
Oh.
Everything here, everything in the material line is donated. And why we have to, have our little, sell our few things, that's because we like to buy the good quality, the wadding and the cottons and that, because everything that goes out of our shed is to perfection. It is to perfection. We don't let anything out of here that's made shoddy. If that's a bad word to have, but that's what I mean. It doesn't, and we're quite proud of.
It's long lasting.
Yes, we're quite proud of that, And over the 3 years, as we said, we only started off small, and all of a sudden it's got bigger than Ben-Hur. And with having yourself produce our website, is going to bring. It will bring a lot more in. We need more exposure.
So many people, when they see something that is worthwhile, they support it.
They have support.
I'm just.
Well, with the support we have from people, they'll come in. Oh, I've got material at home. I haven't used it for ages. I'll bring it all in. I said, we accept anything that's this, and we go through it, and it helps them out too. It helps them to clean out all their cupboards. That's been sitting in there doing nothing for years.
That's not a bad idea.
That's right. That's exactly. And we do get a lot.
I suppose you'd have a few empty nesters here as well.
Well, yes, we do. And some people who don't know that we do exist will say, "Oh, I didn't know that exists. I've got material. I can do this." Some might want to learn to sew. We've had a couple of people couldn't sew at all, but now one particular girl, she could not sew. And I'll tell you what, she puts zips in and she makes, because there's other people in our little circle here. We have sewers, we have quilters, a quilter, we have knitters, we have crocheters, all that. When they come in, if they crocheting the blankets, they'll come in and collect the wool, and They don't have to be here.
So they can do it at home.
They can take it home and bring it back in.
Well, they're watching the TV or...
That's exactly
It's
right.
comfortable.
We have a lady who comes from Dalby every week.
Wow.
She's a beautiful lady. She's a generous lady, and she'll sit here. And I usually, it's a team effort.
Oh yeah.
If we make the quilts, we have a lady that does all the cuts all the strips and makes them. That comes in, and some of the girls will do all the squares and quilt all that. Puts them aside, gives them to me. We put them together. I do the quilts. I'm not an expert quilt. I'm no means a professional, but I can do the simple little stitch in the ditch.
And you have a passion.
And have passion for it. And when you finish that, then somebody else will do the binding on it. And it's always a team effort. We just finished making 200 Santa sacks. 200? Yep, and that was a team effort.
Yes.
I cut out the material, was handed to somebody else do the overlocking, and there's 3 of us. We got them done in about 2 weeks. Wow. And that's only 3 days a week.
Where would they go to?
Well, they go to the foster children.
Oh.
And we've made them not big, just a nice size that they can, so that they can hang it on their door, for Christmas.
And it's theirs forever?
It's theirs forever. That's exactly right, and that's what we do. We might sell articles, but we don't sell it for a profit. If people can't afford them, we don't charge them? No, we don't, no. We were open one Saturday morning, and these visitors come in, and this gentleman was there, and they said, "Oh, my mum's in an aged care home down in Tasmania." Oh. You've got to see how many around here Willy Walker bags.
I saw one, yeah.
It's just all a team effort, and that's what I like to do. I meet so many people. I like people.
You're great at what you do.
I like people. I like people. I make time for my own exercise and that, but I take stuff home and sew it. I'm on my machine all the time. And that, and we're getting more members sort of coming in and saying, "Oh, I can only come one day," and if anybody comes in, they're welcome. They're welcome. I can't sew or anything. I said, "You don't have to sew." We have one lady come in. We have a lady that comes in every Monday morning from the Grange. She sits and crochets. She covers all our crochet coat hangers.
Oh, I've seen them.
And she says it's the best $3 entertainment she's had. She has every Monday.
Yeah.
She loves it. Absolutely loves it. Sits there and listens and crochets.
Well, Ursula, I have to say I've thoroughly enjoyed today's visit, and thank you for speaking with us.
You're quite welcome.
This is Ursula from the Pittsworth Women's Shed, and I'm David Graham Parker.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.